Thank you. With a wish for all beings to be free, free from the constriction and contraction of held belief systems and thought patterns, free from the I'm so sorry. I don't. Okay, I think that happened. Sorry. Let's start over. With a wish for all beings to be free. Free from the constriction and contraction caused by held belief systems and thought patterns. Free from the automatic reactivity that occurs from learned and held emotional patterns. And free from the isolation and suffering caused by distorted perception. I will always rest in refuge as alive, vibrant, radiant, spacious awareness until awareness is ongoing, like the flow of a river. Enthused by wisdom and compassion, today in the presence of all awakened ones, of any lineage or no lineage, and or any time, and or beyond time, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all beings, as long as time remains, space remains, as long as beings remain. May I manifest in such a way to ease and dispel the miseries in the universe. Is there space? Sorry, a few people are going. Okay. Okay. They do say it's absolutely fine to say whatever refuge you want. So try to give it a little time for people to finish what they're saying. Is there space without time? Is there time without space? If you happen to have that question stick in your mind, and you're having one of those days where the thoughts are just driving you crazy, for whatever reason, they're all lumping together and making a big story, and the story is making you uncomfortable. And that question pops up in your mind. Is there time without space? Is there space without time? It may have the potential to relax your mind enough, that describing, thinking, busy thing that goes on inside we think thoughts, our head, our brain. It may allow you to relax for a minute and feel around for an answer to a question that's maybe not very answerable. Where do we find the questions that help our attention, awareness to shift? It is taught that some of the teachings try to create such a conundrum, better word, such a blah, that's a good word for it, in our intellectual mind, that it's just sort of blows up for a minute and falls away. That's the point of those teachings. You can't make that happen. If and when it happens, if you don't panic, or you don't try to grab your thinking back, if there is a resting in that unnameable, indescribable, well, how am I going to describe it or name it when I can't? Just said I can't. So I'm thinking, let's start Chenrezig today with the acknowledgement, and I hope respect and compassion for the Bilblah that we think is I. Most of us, if not all of us, think I, me, think your own name, is our thoughts, is our reactive emotions, is the sensations that we experience in our body. What happens when that drops away for a moment? What happens? What occurs? What experience arises? When for a moment at least we don't have that I. This being speaking to you can tell you 100 million times that I is not who you are. It won't help. None of us even created this thing we think is I. You didn't create your birth. You didn't create your body, which is busy changing all the time, which you're also not doing. Oh, you can change the outside, how it looks, so it's more pleasant to you because of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations, perceptions. But you're not the same body, in a way, that you were when you were born. You're much bigger, for one thing. And yet, you can't say you aren't the same body that you were when you were born. But you can say that you didn't make it. And you can follow this all the way back through a heritage if you want. If you find a beginning, let me know. When a spark of life, somewhere, sometime, something happened. Maybe it's all happening in this moment, but for today we won't go there. But it's a fun question to ask yourself when your thoughts are bothering you. Somewhere, sometime, or nowhere, no time, a spark of life occurred. It is a mystery, but you didn't do it. Whether you believe you arose from evolution, you could go all the way back to that slight movement. Or you can go to the Big Bang. You can do anything you want with this, but you will not find a you that created you. Oh, well, that's disturbing. How about our thoughts? Oh, we're so identified sometimes, many of us, with our thoughts. I think this. And by the way, I'm right and you're wrong. Who's doing the thinking? If you think it's you, the you think you are, that's in control, stop thinking. Just stop. Or are your thoughts simply patterns that play again and again and again? Most of which patterns probably started arising. Perhaps you came in with some. I can't speak to that. When you were young and you were trying to figure things out. How does this work? You were taught words, lots of words. And each of you had a different experience than everyone else. No one has exactly the same experience. And those affected the patterns that you unconsciously made that you now consider to be you. And they run all the time, whether you want them to or not. Oh, if you're an excellent meditator, sometimes they drop away for a while. There's nothing wrong with thoughts. They're patterns that arose because of your experiences. But what is the you of you in that? Not to be alarmed. What if we stopped identifying with our thoughts and just let them arise and dissolve as they will? when you fully experience that you did not create the patterns. They're all reactions, every one of them. Maybe we could just relax a little bit about them. And we could take this through reactive emotions too. I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. We do it all the time. Or because we're so identified with this I, we ignore almost everything. There is so much arising around us in every single moment that we are ignoring, that we're really not experiencing life. If we have that lucky shift to recognize all of that blah wasn't intentionally created by us, though we certainly hang on to it for dear life. And we don't have to pay a lot of attention to it. That's the part of us that says, you must work harder, you must practice harder, you need to be better than you are. You're not good enough the way you are. Well, if you have Buddha essence, which everybody in this path assures you, any master, any realized being, how could you possibly not be good enough? What is Buddha essence? What the heck is that? Well, let's invite Chenrezig in. Symbol of the heart essence of Buddha nature. It's never emptiness alone unless you fully experience true emptiness, which is nothing other than compassion and wisdom. So, in this moment, can you think of a time or feel around for a time when you weren't acting from that Bill Blah, trying to be better, trying to be right, afraid you're wrong, on and on and on. And spontaneous action arose. I'm not talking about spontaneous reaction, which we have happen all the time. You made me mad. Ah, I'm going to scream. You did that. You're very powerful. Oh, that reminds me something of somewhere. I'm going to cry and be sad. Reactive emotions, you're not doing any more than you're doing that constant, ongoing, descriptive thinking. They're just happening. Can you give up thinking you're controlling them? You can try. How successful are you when you're having a run with thoughts or reactive emotions and you don't like it and you decide you're going to squish it, get rid of it? How's that working for you? How about, since we're inviting Chenrezig in as the symbol of the open-hearted, unbounded nature of Buddha essence. You may invite the essence of Chenrezig, or Kuan Yin, or Jesus, or Mother Mary, whatever symbol Tara represents for you. Complete, open-hearted, unlimited, unbounded, unattached loving kindness. And in that presence, invite that straight into your heart, whatever symbol, straight into your heart. And then watch all those thoughts, reactive emotions, and even the sensations that arise in your body from those. Let that awareness that has no need to fight anything, get rid of anything, destroy anything, fix anything, simply is light or love. Light and love. No good descriptive word. And let all those parts of the bilblah rest there. No need to fix anything. Simply let the thoughts, reactive emotions, sensations arise and dissolve in their own time. They don't need to bother you. You didn't create them. You really can't control them. Go ahead and try till you're convinced that you really can't control them. The 3 C's. You didn't cause them. You can't control them. And you can't cure them. Really, there's nothing to cure. And every single human realm being experiences themselves as this thing they didn't cause. Well, not every, some people, some beings have gone beyond that. That is the beyond the beyond. We think we caused it. We think we control it. We think that we can cure it because there's something wrong with it. Remember a time when an action arose spontaneously. And sometimes it takes some practice to see what's actually not very long. A reactive response is pretty obvious. Usually something gets knotted up inside of us. We don't like it. We try to get rid of it. Or we have a wonderful, blissful experience. What do we do with that? Wonderful, open-hearted experience. And normally we like that. We want to keep it and we attach it to something. Oh, it's because I love chocolate pudding. I'm going to have chocolate pudding. 2 or 3 times a day, and I'll always feel this way, this wonderful feeling. Give me the chocolate pudding now. Or give me this person. Ooh, now I want to possess them. Now I get jealous. Ah, endless. And yet that first taste of something, not right, not wrong, not good, not bad. That first taste of that open-heartedness. Where your heart opens and then attaches. Before it attaches, that's who you are. Huh. So in remembering a time or feeling this in this instant of openness, you can watch that Bilblah try to get control. Oh, let me figure out how this happened. I want this again. Or you can just let it be. Perhaps with awe and wonder. Wow. Different things stimulate that experience in all of us. Could be your baby. Could be your puppy. Could be some music that just moves you. And for a moment, everything else falls away. Could be when you're dancing freely. No limitation on your movement. No, I'm supposed to do it this way. You're just dancing. Could be after a long hike up to the top of a mountain. And you're there at sunset and you sit with that indescribable feeling. Before we grab it, attach it, or perhaps sometimes we're scared and we push it away. Usually that's already attached when we think we have to get rid of it. There is no sense of time. There is no sense of I and you. There is no duality. We create the duality. That Bilblah. Today, we're just going to invite that sensation, that opening, that experience that does not go well into words, into our heart. Let our heart fill with it. Whether we think of a time or experience a time when we felt this, our memory probably has to call up something we felt it for someone else or something else. It's how our minds work. Or when we felt it from someone else. It really doesn't matter because the essence of that experience isn't attached. if someone else helped stimulate that feeling in you, be grateful. Not everybody has experienced love or the openness of it from another being. Maybe get a dog that hasn't been horribly damaged by another human. And just watch the unconditional love. Experience it until all of a sudden there is no separation and you're just full. Your heart is full. You can visualize a lotus. You've all had that teaching from Lama Lena with the 1,000 petals, a lotus made of light. You may invite in the sound that is a symbol of the exact open-heartedness of Chenrezig, the symbol of unconditional, unattached, unseparated love, bodhicitta. And if you are visual, you can see the 6 petals in the center of the lotus as it is opened with this memory or experience that you've invited into your heart. The 6 inner petals on which a seed syllable sits, a seed syllable of the mantra. Om Ma Ni Pe Me Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung. You may say it again and again and feel the vibration of it within you. Om Mani Padme Hung. Hung. Om. Until there is nothing but the sound and vibration of the mantra. You are the sound and the vibration of the mantra. You are the light of the visualized lotus. And as this fills your entire being, you can visualize the rays coming from the lotus in your heart. Or you can allow whatever visualization arises of light rays, clear light, not solid yellow bright, but alive, vital, sparkly light. The simple light that allows us to see. Rays of that light filled as they are, with this open, loving heart. You can hear the sound. Let the sound go forth from you, from your body, from every cell in your body that has been touched by the mantra Om Mani Padme Hung, until you're practically experiencing the vibration of it as your body. And it's riding on those light rays. Touching beings in the universe without limit. You may put a number on it, that's fine, 1,000 rays. You as nothing other than the waves of light, sound, and vibration, touching other beings, allowing them to become nothing other than what you are, they are. Nothing other than the waves of light, sound, vibration. Until they are expanding as far as your imagination reaches, touching beings that we can't imagine because they are so much bigger than we are, touching beings that are so tiny we can't see or experience them, touching every bit of aliveness in the universe, until there is nothing in the universe that is not sound, light, vibration. An awareness vaster than anything we can imagine. The very essence of life. Unlimited, unbounded. Refuge. Refuge for our contracted bilblah that thinks it's I. You are the refuge. In any form. Whether we imagine that refuge as something outside of us that helps us rest, helps our bilblah rest, or we realize there is no inside and outside, and we fall into the totality of the experience of heart and mind. as heart-mind. No looker, separate. And now imagine the bilblah that we think is I. Saying, oh, I like this so much, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to have this. And it simply dissolves. There's nothing to grab, no thing to grab. We make the separation from what we truly are by habit. No judgment. Feel it entirely as though you are the limitless wave of light, sound, vibration. With your awareness noticing all of these millions of bilblahs that think that's what they are, including your bilblah, and let your heart open. Oh my. All the suffering that arises from trying to be a better bilblah that you didn't even create in the first place. All the suffering that happens because we don't know who we are. And the saddest of all, we get a taste and then we grasp. Oh yeah, that's it, I've got it. There's no describer in the vastness of heart. Just suchness. How vast? As tiny as the tiniest speck of no thing. As vast as the vastness of a universe. Multi-universe. Who would try to determine the size of space? We may notice from this space, love, light vibration, awareness. we may notice the bilblas bouncing off of each other, trying so hard to get what they think they need. And our heart can break again, wide open. All the fears in the bilbla, fears of loneliness, that cause us to attach, grab, grasp. All the fears that something will hurt us. And we try so hard to push that away and protect ourselves. Not wrong, not bad. Each being thinking it's an I that arises in every moment as light, sound, vibration. Has never been separate for a moment. And the bilbla will not be supported in this form. But no thing dies. What is there to protect? And yet we will. It's instinctive. It's not bad. Can we hold all of that? Not hold, experience all of that in each moment. Without fighting our survival instinct, which is doomed from the very beginning. You're not gonna survive in this form, but it's not bad. It's the fear of not surviving that paralyzes us, that runs our life. Never left the fullness of the universe, beyond the fullness of the universe. No description. No need for a description. Nobody can truly share that experience with another. Somehow, through the mystery and magic of time together like this, we can have a moment's rest, a moment's sense, a moment's beyond the tyranny, if you will, of the bilbla. It's enough words, I think. Always beyond the words. we do have a capacity to simply notice if you're lucky enough to fall into where we're resting, perhaps. You will notice there's maybe start to be a little uncomfortableness and a little need to pull everything back together again. Human form, we do it. Don't forget who you are. Don't hold on to who you are. I am grateful for the time we get to spend together. Thank you for being here so that this arises. Some of us need reminders again and again and again and again and again and again. That's okay. And it comes together because we're all here together. May whatever expansion of light, sound, vibration, waves, the very waves that we are, may whatever expansion may have arisen by our time together, may we not grasp, try to hold anything, try to analyze anything, try to do anything at all other than to let it naturally, those waves naturally expand into the universe, touching all beings who are seeking those very waves. May all beings have opportunities that allow that indescribable opening to occur. May all beings be free. Thank you all. I'll let you go and I'll see you next time.